I called my girlfriend, hairy legs, and now she is angry. I, 27 male, was watching workout videos with my girlfriend, 26 female, on YouTube. And I said look at the model, her nickname should be, Shiny Legs. Then she asked what would her nickname be. And I said, Hairy Legs. Well, she got really angry at that. It's been 3 days now and she is still upset. Guys, it was a stupid joke. Please help me in calming her down Reddit. I think you need to fully shave your legs, strut up to her wearing short shorts and say, look, now I'm Shiny Legs and I'm begging your forgiveness. Sometimes I just think the male species doesn't fully mature until sometime around 45. I have hairy legs and I thought it was hilarious. I guess it just depends on the person. Maybe tell her you're confused and want to understand how she's feeling and how to avoid striking a nerve. Let her know it's okay to feel the way she's feeling and that you want to understand. I definitely don't think it was offensive intentionally, and sometimes women are sensitive about things that men, and other women, may not understand. It sounds like the goal here would be to find that understanding. Good luck. You're on your own this one, bro. I caught my boyfriend cheating with my sister. Hello. I 23F caught my boyfriend 37M in bed with my sister 21F. I obviously stopped talking to both of them immediately and broke off my engagement, but I still don't know what to do about my sister since she's family. Plus the rest of my family will also get involved at some point, so I don't want to make things really messy. Any advice? You don't want to make things messy? For who? Let them live in their mess of shitty decisions. Let the whole family know that your sister is the kind who sleeps with her sister's boyfriend and kick him to the curb. This is why older men prey on younger women, so they can take advantage. Honestly, you shouldn't give a fuck that she is family, cause in reality that makes her a hell of a lot worse. Just think for a moment, are you seriously okay with having someone in your life who is okay with destroying your happiness? I'd never be able to trust her again and go and see. 37-year-old creep turned you in for the younger model. I'm sure he manipulated his way into her pants the same way he did yours. Sorry op, I wish these misers didn't exist. Go scorched earth and tell everyone. What do you mean you don't want to make things messy? Your sister made things messy by fucking your fiancé in the first place. Let the whole family know what kind of scum they are, and let them ride off together. My partner of 12 years cancelled our wedding and won't talk about it. Well, where do I start? I have been carrying this around with me for months. I'm having a really hard time to talk openly about this. I'm deeply hurt and unconsciously blaming myself more than my partner for this whole situation. I'm F50, and my partner is M46. He is divorced since 2014, and I myself have never been married. We have discussed marriage over the years and he's been hot and cold about the whole subject. I was clear from the beginning, I believe in marriage and it's something I will only do once and only with the right person. So long story short, in April this year I proposed. A woman can be just as romantic. He said yes and I started collecting paperwork. Here in Germany it's tons of paperwork to marry, paying for all the documents needed. His moods were as always, there was no arguments, or discussions, nor a feeling he's not happy. We set a date, booked the venue, where service takes place, and had what I thought fun deciding our new surname. Both names are just his. So all the normal stuff, our rings where we would buy them. The wedding was to be small, no church, no party. I felt it would be nice with just our patchwork family and after we could go to dinner. He was totally on board with all the plans. I kept him 100% in the loop and everything was a decision we both made. So no bridezilla here. I still keep on playing it through in my head. Did I miss any signs, pressure him into something he never wanted? Was I on a complete different page than he was? I'm sighing inwardly just thinking about this, about how we went from looking forward to a wedding to a complete halt. It was a normal Sunday, we went out to dinner and in the middle of eating it bust out of him he didn't want to marry me, like ever. I was so set aback and shocked, ashamed and couldn't even react to his outburst. Since then I have been just functioning and trying to hold myself and 12 years relationship together. He continued living into the days and weeks, not a word, he acts as if nothing had changed. He said he wants me to stay. To be honest, I was at a place where I considered that a new start would be best for me. I thought maybe I'm just not the right woman. How often do we read about men marrying someone after 6 months or a year? After spending years with someone else. He won't speak to me or about why, and I'm waking around with a huge hole in my breast and trying to understand him. Love shouldn't hurt this way. No, I am still so deeply hurt and ashamed having to say to everyone we won't be marrying. No explanation, just closure in his eyes. I want to switch off how angry and hurt I am, but I can't. I love him, I wouldn't have asked him, he was the one person, my person. I have my calendar with the little red circle around the 16th of December coming closer and closer. I really should throw that thing away. I really don't know how to get past this. I want to go over to numb and accepting what happened and move on, I just can't. I would ask for an explanation. If you both want to continue your relationship, then an explanation and communication is necessary. I'm sorry that you are going through this though. You probably should throw out that calendar. Please don't stay with him any longer. You want a marriage and he doesn't. Find someone who loves you and wants to marry you. And don't be ashamed. I would not wait around during these holidays hoping he might change his mind. I'm so sorry you are going through this. The math doesn't add up. He's your partner of 12 years but he was only divorced in 2014? Were you his affair partner? His ex invites my boyfriend to see her and her kid. Out of nowhere, my BF's ex. They broke up a year and a half ago. Just messaged my partner and asked him if he can come to her house to see her kid. That is not his, but someone else's, but when they were dating, he was also taking care of her kid. My boyfriend told me about her messaging him and was seriously thinking about going there to see them, but firstly, wanted to know my opinion. He told me she says her kid has been asking about him and wants to see him. I find it weird. This ex never asked him to visit her house until she found out I am dating the guy who once was hers. She also messages my BF's friends and mainly his family trying to make them see her kid and also her. She also appears wherever we are. We have talked about it with my partner. But 2 weeks after this conversation, he invited her to his birthday party. Seriously, man? It was disappointing. I talked to him about it and he said he's sorry. He didn't think it through and didn't expect I wouldn't want her there and then he made sure the invitation gets cancelled, but still. His friends and family are on my side. They say she's promiscuous and not a good person and we still feel like she's trying to pull him back to her. Or she's just jealous he's in a new relationship. Like, why would you message and invite your ex to your house if he's in relationship? And because we have a couple of common friends, she is invited to a Christmas party where I'll be with my partner too. Not sure how to behave around her without accidentally throwing a bottle of beer at her. After I drink the beer, of course. The beer doesn't deserve to be hit. Just a bad joke, sorry. I mean, I can feel it in my bones something's up. My partner tries his best to make me feel loved. He works hard on our relationship. After I told him how I feel about her, but still. She still tries. Ask him if he's the father. When he says no, ask him if he wants to be their stepfather. When he says no, explain any interaction from him toward this lady and her kids will get blown out of proportion and his ex will create a father figure out of him whether he likes it or not. Tell him if he's serious about not wanting to be a stepfather to those children that he needs to cut all contact with this lady besides being polite at social events for conversations that last less than 2 minutes. In my opinion, you have a boyfriend problem. She wouldn't be an issue if he wasn't letting her be one. She wants to create a parental figure narrative. Depending on which country you are in, that might qualify her for child support from BF. Or she uses kid to guilt trip boyfriend into paying something. At least she will expect Christmas gifts from boyfriend and his family.